Hello everybody, this is Luke Godzilla fan. Today I'm going to do my first video in like 2 months. It's like 2 months since I made my last video. It was like it was a video about my Game Boy Advance SP, and yeah, I'm gonna make a collection update right now. It's more about video games than Godzilla or Ultraman, but I think you people will enjoy it. But first, I was at a house of a friend and he gave me this. It wasn't operation. It didn't work. I don't know. It didn't come with the cables or wires or anything. But he gave me this. He gave me a Nintendo 64. No, it doesn't come with the controllers or any wires. He also gave me a game. It's like I think it's a sports game. Yeah, it's EA Sports. So yeah. Oops. Put this in the back. Okay. He also gave me these 2 Super Nintendo games. The first is one called Jungle Book. Obviously I can't play any of these games, but I have them for collection purposes. And I have one that I'd like to play someday if I get a Super Nintendo, F-Zero. Because I'm not a fan of racing games, but I'd like to try that one out. I was also checking out the stuff of my sister because she left to Germany, so I was like, I should check out what she left. And I remember long ago she had this, and it's still operational, an original Game Boy. And it doesn't have this thing to block it or just to cover it, but it still works. I put batteries in it and I try to play, and it looks pretty cool. But I still use my Game Boy Advance SP. That's the Game Boy I recommend and I use the most. And next is a video game controller. Is the Classic Controller Pro, and I like this one a lot. You connect it to the Wiimote and you can play games with a Super Nintendo style game controller. But this is more of a PlayStation 2 type of game controller because it has buttons up here like this. It has the control sticks like this, and has a button overlay similar, but it's still letters. It's not triangles, squares, or circles, or that retarded stuff. They should really be more original. Let me just put it here. Next I got this because I was really pissed off that I could not use headphones on my Game Boy Advance. So I thought, I should get an adapter. So I put this in my Game Boy Advance SP and put a headphone in it so I can play a game on the car or being like going to a celebration, so I can at least hear what my game sounds like or does, because I like the sounds of the Game Boy Advance games. Really cool. Now it's some Game Boy games, and yeah. First one, I went to a trip to the capital of Honduras, and they were selling a game called Namco Museum, or some Game Boy Advance games. But what really surprised me was this. These are just Game Boy Advance games, but they always come in these boxes. Well, they actually had this. It's a fake box, but it's pretty original and creative in my opinion, because Namco Museum is a compilation of 4 or 5 games, classic arcade games to be exact, ported onto a Game Boy. But you look at this, you're not gonna know it's arcade games of Namco. So in my opinion, this is a lot cool and creative. It tells the consumer what they're buying, so it's pretty cool. But yeah. Next is a game for the Game Boy Advance. It was for the Super Nintendo, but it was ported onto the Game Boy Advance. And here's Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and the 4 Swords. Actually, I hate the fact that the 4 Swords is multiplayer, because I don't think there's anyone in the world still that has this game with the connector that connects the Game Boy Advances or the SPs. So I don't think I'll ever play this with anyone, but there are glitches so you can enter into the 4 Swords Palace. So that's cool. And next are 2 Game Boy games. Well, one is Game Boy, one is Game Boy Color. One is I was kinda interested in is Donkey Kong for the original Game Boy. It's pretty cool. I'd say it's the best version of Donkey Kong that exists because it has cool graphics, awesome controls, and also awesome moves that Mario would only seem to have in 3D Mario games, like how he jumps. But this game actually has those cool jumps. It also has, you think that it's just a port of the arcade, like has all the original levels of the arcade, but no, you don't mess around with this game. This game has 96 levels. There are probably just 1 or 2 screens, but that's a lot for a Game Boy game. And the fact that this can save your data, that amazes me. But too bad, this game is crushed by the fact that we have Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe is almost an exact port of the original Super Mario Bros. Except for the fact that some of the graphics are enhanced. Not Super Nintendo-like, but it's still NES style, the graphics, but the sea, when you look at the water, it's not just like a paper that like it doesn't move. It actually moves like waves, and the fire does too. And when you get the fire flower, it actually flashes purple and red, which is really cool. Also, what's pretty unique about this is it's transparent. So that's pretty awesome. Now, before we move on to the other video games, I want to show you the only Star Wars figure of recent years that I've gotten, or in recent time, because I've gotten General Grievous 1 or 2 years ago. I wanted to get this figure after watching Deadzilla's entire collection video, because I don't care much for the Star Wars figures, because I just don't care for the character figures. I care for the vehicles, cool ships, but they're not doing that. They're just doing the prequels, and I want of the original trilogy. Well, I'll just show you. I got Darth Vader. Put this back here. Darth Vader. Yeah, the awesome Darth Vader. This is the only one I was actually interested in, because you can move his hand and watch his hand. I'm just gonna show that to you later, or in another video. So it's pretty awesome. Darth Vader is badass. And now let's this is an Ultra Monster figure, and one figure that really many people don't have. And I don't think anyone will get it, because people just don't care for this figure, but I like it. I like the design of it. It's very cool, creative, and colorful. It's I think it's called Andro Mechabolton. Oh, just Mechabolton, but I call him Andro Mechabolton. This figure is really cool. You see, it's very colorful. It has the same articulation as any Ultraman, you know, waist and hands, but it's really cool in my opinion. And it comes with a tag, but it doesn't come with a game card, but I don't mind it. There's cool artwork here. Very anime style. So let's put this over here. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Now we got 3 more video games, and I saved the best for last. Believe me. First, I got I'm not a big fan of Mega Man, especially because the newer games always suck ass, except for Mega Man 9 and 10. But this is a GameCube game that has the original Mega Man games from 1 through 8, and 2 Mega Man games, arcade games, that were only released in Japan. So it's the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. This is a game I rarely play, because it's not like I'm a super giant fan of Mega Man. I just like the classic NES games. And since I don't own an NES yet, then yeah, here's the disc. Put it over here. The next is actually a Star Wars game, and this is probably considered one of the best Star Wars games to date. And in my opinion, it's better than Star Wars Battlefront 2, because Star Wars Battlefront 2 might have been a good game, but was it ever done under 9 months, considering how much content it has? This game was made in like 9 months, and it's amazing. The graphics look cool. I haven't found any glitches in the game. The game is really cool, and you have the ships and all. It's just amazing. You see? I think I have the sequel, well, the 3rd one. This is the 2nd one. The first one came out in the 64, and I think this is the best of all the 3 ones. The 3rd one is cool, yeah, but the 2nd one is the best. Now, are you ready, people? I saved the best for last. Believe me, I got this for Christmas, and I was like shocked. I really wanted to get this, and I got it. It is a limited edition of Super Mario All-Stars, the 25th anniversary. We're celebrating 25 years of Super Mario. See, we have the 4 original Mario games: Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3. It comes with a CD that has music of Mario and sound effects, and also this cool booklet. And you know, just to make the video a little bit longer, let's take a look inside. Oh wait. See, you have the game, and we have here the thing that has the instruction booklet inside. So yeah, you see? So yeah, this is pretty awesome in my opinion. I'm very lucky to have it because I've heard people saying that they don't see this box anymore, that it's getting sold very fast. So get it while you can, because I like the limited editions because it's something that you see for a while, later it becomes rare and it goes for insane prices for the next months or even years. Believe me, there are many games on eBay, like old classic NES games, well not classic, sometimes depends of the game, that are very expensive because they're very rare. Especially Nintendo World Championships, that one's expensive. So let's put the best one on the back. So that's my collection update. I hope you people enjoyed it, and I'll probably do some more reviews in the next few days, because I feel guilty for not doing reviews for 2 months, because I just feel guilty. So I hope you enjoyed, everybody. We have Darth Vader, the 2 Super Nintendo games, Nintendo 64 with that sports game, we have the Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance too, oh, also Game Boy Advance. Okay, the GameCube games, the classic controller, the Game Boy, the headphone adapter, and the Android Mecha Bolton, and the best of them all, the Super Mario Bros. All-Stars 25th Anniversary Limited Edition. Hahaha. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next few days when I finally do reviews again of figures and other stuff, okay? Bye.